Bad weapons. Such a spectacle. No matter the balance change, they remain the kings of their realm. The realm of being forgotten. It's almost as if they were made in a lab. Like, Clash Blaster, infamous for being the most broken weapon in the game, crazy AoE radius, fast fire rate, and hard to miss. On top of that, it has Hydra Splat Bomb. Honestly the most insufferable weapon for the most insufferable people. It's so overpowered, nothing in the game can surely compete. Last time I checked, there are 142 weapons that can best Clash. Clash really is the quintessential newbie trap. It punishes people who don't know how to back away from unfavorable fights, and its lack of aim dependency doesn't help either. But once you figure out how to fight it, no wonder new players gravitate towards it, and also despise it. Clash Blaster isn't exactly a good weapon, and it's pretty obvious why. On paper, the weapon's intentions make sense. Fast fire rate with large AoE is perfect for camping corners and ledges. But there is a caveat with that. The time to kill on this weapon is horrendous. Okay, let me show you some real-time footage of how long it takes to kill with perfect aim. Now, most weapons with poor range usually have some kind of fast time to kill or one-shot attack to reward the risk that comes with that range. Weapons with low time to kill usually have a good range or good paint, plus special to make up for it. Clash falls into the awkward middle ground for both. It's not quite on the extreme of each end, but is low enough that it struggles. The kits are solid though. Trizuka plus Splat Bomb is a bit of a band-aid kit. They do a solid job at supporting Clash, especially with Zuka making up for its range weakness. Clash's paint however is quite bad, so your output would be mediocre at best. Splat Bomb is just good. It's hard to name a weapon that wouldn't at least somewhat benefit from it. Hurling Chumps helps with mobility and paint, and synergize pretty well with Clash, but the main weapon struggles so much that the kits just can't save it. Oh, and look at that, Clash finally got a kill. Undercover Brella, the premier aggro weapon, able to shoot and shield at the same time. Why time your shots properly when one could just hold ZR? A shield that can withstand up to 200 damage. That's so much! Ignore the Brella's 500 HP shield and the Tent's 700 HP shield. Just like Clash, this lazy shield comes with a caveat of mediocre DPS. Its kits are interesting. Mines are actually quite solid, and you can bait people to chase into your mines, chip them down, and hit them with the 1-2. It's very static, but it's okay on defense. Reef Slider is doomed into being a zone's cheese slave though, killed before it even had a chance. Its all kit has Torp Screen. I'm sure it didn't get banned due to something causing vision issues. For a weapon that strafes slower while firing, the measly 200 HP you get doesn't offset how easy of a target you become. It's low damage with a shield that doesn't even work half the time. The gimmick of a shield that constantly stays open doesn't feel very helpful when you're hit with so many downsides. Despite Undercover's nice buff with the recharging shield on KAs, most people opt to just stall until they can pop a Reef Slider. Aerospray, the one weapon that everyone actually knows is bad, but still hate it anyway. Resident Special Spam, boasting Reef Slider and Booyah Bomb. Look, I get these specials are great at stalling objectives, but look at this and tell me this is what you want to do for 5 minutes straight. I mean, for Christ's sake, Aerospray gameplay makes Junior Bomb spam look like rocket science. Aerospray's gimmick is low range with good paint. Though some weapons still manage to find a niche without being too heavily combat focused, they can at least somewhat fend for themselves. Aerospray is weighed down by horrible shot RNG and low time to kill. Well, at least this weapon has found a niche for itself, unlike a certain somebody. But this gimmick is what makes Splatoon's meta so frustrating to play to begin with. Hydra. You got me there. I'm actually just joking. I'm finally addressing a really overpowered weapon. Unbeatable range and damage, long charge times, but the prior upsides completely eliminate the downside. Booyah Bomb or Screen, perfect anchor specials. Only if it wasn't completely obsolete because of chargers. The upsides on this weapon are quite extreme, maybe a bit too much, but equally its downsides weigh it down so much to the point that this weapon becomes hard to use. Not very mobile and slow charge time makes it an easy target for chargers or blasters to take care of. Playing with extreme upsides and downsides are fun, but in a fast-paced game like Splatoon, being a very immobile weapon makes it very hard to keep up. Now to all you low tier mains out there, I respect your grind and talent for making some of these weapons work. Some weapons are just missing that one piece of the puzzle that will finally be complete after some well-positioned buffs. Certain weapons though, are just fundamentally bad down to their core. Did you already know these weapons were bad going into this video? It may seem pretty obvious, but you fought them many times and triumphed over them many times. There's usually a glaring weakness that you can exploit. That's the reason why many of these weapons listed can't compete in the higher levels. Let's take a look at a different mediocre weapon, the Dowser Dualies. The gimmick is fine, has solid kits, but it doesn't see much use. That's likely because it's underpowered in its current state, with other weapons doing what it does better. Nothing a couple buffs can't change. But when a weapon's core identity is a gimmick, it's hard to buff it without making it awful for a certain demographic, the low level players. A common theme across these weapons is its ease of use for new players. Brella and Clash offer an easier version of their stronger counterparts. Hydra has crazy range with long firing times that can help if your aim isn't 100%. Aerospray quite literally exists to paint and special spam. Though there is nothing wrong with weapons being easy to access, if they are too overtuned it can ruin the new player experience. Some new players may start over-relying on these easy weapons and develop bad habits, while those who choose not to use it won't know how to deal with it and sour their learning process. You might just say, screw the new players, who cares, but an active casual player base can keep the game alive. It also means more opportunities for you to spawn camp 3 minutes straight during Splatfest. Even from a competitive standpoint, playing easy weapons likely gets boring. People have complained about the likes of Zones Cheese, Crab Spam, Missile Spam, and Pencil Cooler because it's broken and overused due to its ease of use. I'm not saying these weapons are necessarily boring to play, but in whatever universe that exists where they are broken, it's not going to be fun to navigate around. The reason why Respawn Punisher E-Leader is hated so much is because they block entire sightlines and turn the game into a waiting game. It's just not fun. Now instead, imagine having sightlines inaccessible due to constant booyah spam. Are these weapons underpowered? Yes. Do these weapons deserve buffs? Probably. Should these weapons ever get a chance in the meta? No. But making sure to hit the right nail in the head is an integral part of balancing these weapons. Buff the wrong thing and it amplifies the toxic traits of a weapon. Especially with something like Aerospray, a special point or paint buff encourages more special spam. Maybe it's about time we let it be a 4-shot kill. I mean, it wouldn't outcompete other similar shooters because of its terrible shot RNG. It just lets Aerospray fend for itself better. Clash can justify a paint buff. It serves as a small boost in mobility without making its ledge camping more oppressive. And no, you don't want to see a damage buff. Hydra on paper doesn't seem like it needs something, but we all know how it's doing. An easy answer is a simple special points buff, but maybe better ink efficiency may interest you. Undercover is okay, but a damage buff for more consistency would do wonders. I can't really comment on the debate about accessibility for new players fighting veterans. I think most weapons in the game are easy enough to learn that we don't need brain-dead training wheels that perpetuate bad habits. If you enjoy these weapons, that's completely fine, but if you want these weapons to ever be meta, just don't forget about the monkey's paw. Oh great monkey's paw, could you make Ultra Stamp good? You know what? On second thought...